For more updates, click on subscribe and click on bell button for latest notifications. So after installation of operating system, in the sense all the nodes are done, then these are the steps we are going to do in order to complete our installation process. This is going to be a long session because it takes a lot of time to download and install all the stuff over here. So first of all, we have to disable the transparent huge pages and change the virtual machine swappings and disable firewall and disable SELinux and set the host names for all the machines and sync up your NTP services like the time with the exactly the in between the node and the master, and create the username and groups and create SSH keys in between the master and clients to create this one passwordless authentication over here and configure the M configuration path. Okay, then after that install these packages and they set the Java home path and install the custom database. So by default the CDH will send with the different default database that is called Derby. So that Derby we are not going to use, so we are going to use our custom database and install and required installation of the agent packages. Then after that we are going to switch on your Cloudera manager service. Then we log into the GUI mode and from there we continue the packages and the parcel installations. Okay, here the 15th step is to be install required parcels. Okay, so here, so first we are going to do these steps from here to here in all the machines, from these 1 to 9 steps in all the machines, 1 2 3 4 whatever the nodes are we have, so all the machines. So first of all, in order to do that, so what you have to do, so I'm using the RCL7, that's why you have to edit /etc default grub file. So here in this command line grub command line Linux, go to the last and add the parameter to disable the transparent huge page to be never. So this is the parameter you have to add in order to disable your permissions or the transparent huge pages. Then after that let's take this backup configuration file backup somewhere else. Okay, just copy over here from, in case something happened to this mesh, then we can restore it back to that place. Okay, then the copy has been done. Now what I'm going to do is that you have to recompile the grub in order to take the effect of this configuration file. Okay, grub2-make the configuration file and use this /boot grub2 and grub.cfg file. Okay, it just done. So the grub is reconfiguration has been done, there is no error. Then you have to reboot to take this grub effect actually, but right now we are not going to reboot this one, so we are going to add some more changes to this machine, like in system sysctl.configuration file we have to add some Swappin settings over here in order to get the Swappin settings. Now you just go to here and add some VM Swappin equal to the value is 10. Okay, now and disable these firewall services. Okay, Systemctl and stop firewall D. So we have to stop this server firewall D over here, and let's verify the status whether it is stopped or not. Yes, it is stopped. Again we have to disable in order to not to start again when I reboot this machine. Okay, disable firewall D, and in the same way you have to disable IP tables, okay, and IP6 tables also. Okay, if you have anything. Okay, because here there is no, I think, IP tables exist. No. Okay, so this is how we have to now SELinux also we have to disable SELinux, and here in enforcing, just put that enforcing into the disabled mode. So this is definitely required a reboot, okay, so that the SELinux policies will be go off. So now we have done this compilation and adding the huge pages and stopping the firewall services and SELinux, and again set the hostname. So while installing itself, we set the hostname for this machine. Does not require to be set anything, but we have to add /etc/host. Okay, so this is the file. In this we have to add our internal records for the all the servers, because this is very important to ping each other in the situation. Okay, 192.168.1.5 is our cdh-master.local, and 192.168.1.6 is our cdh.node1.local, and 192.168.1.7 is our cdh.node2.local, and 192.168.1.8 cdh-node3.local. so these are the machines we have to add. In all the machines we have to add these entries, okay, because this is very important in our case to ping all the machines from here, or you can also call them like master, and maybe you can call node 1 and node 2 with a short name if you want to ping them from here to node 1, node 2, node 3, something like that. Then you can simply test that. Okay, node 3, so it is pinging something like that. So it works internal DNS, because we do not have any DNS over here, that's why I'm just using that one. Now you can install these NTP packages, but because by default most of the NTP packages are available over here. So then now Systemctl start NTPD service and verify the status. Okay, our it is running now. Enable to start in startup Systemctl and enable NTPD. So after reboot also it starts again back, okay, the machine. That's about. Or if you want to update manually, okay, you can also use NTP update q. This is the command you can simply use to update your machine time with this pool, so the Red Hat pool, something like that. Okay, so in this case that's not required actually, because our time and date in sync with our local machine, so that's okay, right? Username and group is already created while installing itself, but we are going to generate the SSH key over here. So in this case we have to generate the SSH key and copy this SSH key to the all the machines. Okay, so SSH copy ID, we can use root@node1. Then you have to establish the connection, provide this node1 password, then it copy, then again node2, yes, then again provide the password of the node2, then node3, then say yes and provide the password of node3, so that all the machines has created the passwordless connectivity from here. Okay, let's test over here. node3, it's working. Okay, similar way you have to run this all the steps from the all the machines, so that it would be helpful. In meanwhile, what we are going to do here is that we are going to reboot this machine. Okay, and before that we are going to install httpd packages over here for this machine to which are required for us to do a package distribution from this master to the all these clients. Okay, so that's why I'm just installing this one. Then later we can do that. We can distribute this packages like using this httpd configuration. Okay, that's it's installed. Now systemctl start httpd service and verify that whether it is started perfectly or not. Okay, it's actively running, no problem. Then you have to enable this one to start in startup. Enable. Okay, this httpd we install only on the master, we do not install on the remaining machines. And now reboot this machine. Okay, we have to use systemctl reboot is the command to reboot your machine. Now and let's verify our systemctl status of httpd is running or not. Yeah, I think it's running. Then we have to go to /var www.html path. Here just make a directories. Okay, cms 5.14.0 example. You can make anything. Okay, it's identical name, just I would like to make 5.14.0. Here you just need to download the packages. Okay, which is this one 15.5.14.0 CentOS 7 .dz file. Okay, so this is the file you have to download over here and extract that file. Then we are going to configure this is the file which has the rpm packages. Okay, let's download it. And this is around 2 GB in size, sorry, around 900 MB in size. Let's wait to download and we continue with this. Okay, our packages are ready here. Then just extract them. Okay, done. Now just go to that path. See this, these are the RPMs we have here. These are the RPM data we have over here. So these are the RPMs. So now what we have to do here is that in order to configure our repository in our machine, we can simply use this path. Okay, this path, or you can also go to this machine and say 192.168.1.5 / this path. Okay, here just remove this path up to var, because that is a default configuration file. Now you can see this is the path you have to use in all the machines to configure your repository. Okay, now you can go over here and edit /etc yum.repos.d and create any file with .repo extension, and here just write the name. Example, say that I'm writing take Arkit, something like this. Any name you can write it over here, and the name here it is that Cloudera CDH 5.14.0 and base URL. You have to provide this URL path and gpg check equal to 0. So I'm not going to add any key configuration check over here. It's going to be a 0. That's it. Now just make the yum list all to verify your configuration stuff. See this, all the stuff is done. Now just go to this rpms and install the packages. Okay, we are use yum utility to install yum install. So in this we need this Cloudera agent 1 and daemon and server and jdk oracle jdk 1. Okay, so this is the one these are the packages we are going to install. These packages actually the default db package we does not required, because we are not going to use any default database configuration over here. So in the meanwhile we can go to the all the other nodes and we can configure the YUM repository. /etc yum.repos.t and you can simply use any one. Okay, so here we have to make some configuration stuff, right? So just instead of that I'm just making some SSH to master and cat /etc yum.repos.d cloudera.repo. Okay, here, yes. Or else we can make our own file. Here, go to this path and write the configuration. Anything you can write over here. Base URL equal to the URL path you have to provide, and gpg check equal to 0. So the same configuration, just copy it over here and say go to the next node 2, and here again we are going to add that configuration /etc yum.repos.t cloudera.repo, anything you can write. So just the configuration stuff, and go to node 3. Here also we have to make the YUM repository enabled. Okay, /etc the configuration stuff. That's it. Now we have to install these agent packages on these machines, all these clients. So that is going to be a agent and the manager demand and jdk file, all the stuff. This is the one, manager agent and this manager demand and the jdk. This is the one. Okay, we are going to install, and you are going to install over here as well, and you are going to install here as well. It takes some time because based on this package size, so the package size is little bit high, then going to be installed its dependencies as well, the package dependencies on all the machines. Okay, let's see that the packages are going to be installed. Let's wait for some time to install these packages. In the master, the packages got installed successfully. Now we have to set up a Java path. Okay, we have installed the Oracle JDA, right? So just go to /usr and Java and see that this is the exact Java path. Okay, this is the Java path. We have to set this Java path on the Cloudera configuration path. Now we have to edit /etc default and Cloudera SEM server, and in this just add that export java underscore home equal to and add that path. So this is the path we have to export to the Java path, and the same way we have to do in all the agent machines as well. So they are still installing. Okay, meanwhile we just continue with this configuration stuff over here. Okay, before that, jumping into this configuration stuff, we have to make the next step is that MariaDB packages on this machine. Okay, let's install that. The bandwidth is very slow, so it takes some time to install the packages. MariaDB packages are installed successfully. Now we are going to start MariaDB service. Okay, now we are going to verify this status whether it is running or not. Yes, it is running. And now enable to start in startup MariaDB. Okay, now we have to run some secure configuration in order to enable this root user password and set some database, all this stuff. Okay, so run this configuration here. Now here there is no root password set for the database, so just now enter and set the root password. Yes, and set the root password for that. Now remove anonymous users. Yes, I don't want any anonymous users to be installed. Disallow root login remotely. No, we allow that remote login. Okay, and test database to be deleted and reload the privileges. So now that our MariaDB system is ready, now just access this using this password. Now our MySQL database is ready over here. Then here what we have to do is that we have to create some user and create some database to provide some access over here. Okay, let's create a user. The username is A Ravi. I'm just going to create over here within the single quotations. Just write the username A Ravi @ and within the single quotation add the percentage. This percentage will take this host name by defaultly. Okay, identified by the password should be anything you can simply give. I am just giving MySQL is the password name. Password, enter. So the user has been created, and grant the permission to that user. Okay, all privileges on star to whatever the username here over here. You can simply copy from here and paste it with grant option. Okay, now our MySQL is ready, and exit from this, and just run this database initialization, so that our database initialization is going to be happen on this mission. So the database initialized successfully. Okay, this is how the database is going to be initialized, and we can just go ahead and see that the database and its stuff. Okay, now see that show data bases, and you can see that the database name is cds-sem over here, and if you use that database also, it is blank actually. Show tables, so it is blank because we did not started the SEM server over here, so that's why it's going to be blank. So okay, so now what we have to do, we have to start the service of this one, okay, agent and the master server and agent services over here, in order to initialize your databases and all the stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the services. Service Cloudera SEM agent start, and here again start this server one. SSH Key config, and we are going to on these packages, and we also use these server packages to on the startup. Okay, now the services is on and it's ready to done, and in the sense the service is on the master, and we have to switch on all the clients. Okay, so the packages are installed over here, and we have to edit this configuration file and add the Java configuration file, and sorry, the host name and the Java path over here on all the machines. Okay, /etc default and Cloudera SEM agent. Here we have to add export Java underscore home to that path actually. So where is that path? Okay, let's get it over here. ls/usr Java and JDK path. This is the path we are going to add to that file. Okay, this is the file, and add this one. Okay, now edit this one more configuration called /etc Cloudera agent and config data in a file. In this, specify the master server name. Okay, cdh master dot local. So in all the hosts we have to do this configuration. Okay, node 1 is done, and node 2 we have to add /etc/default Cloudera agent. Here you have to add export that path, export Java underscore home equal to the path name. So here is this Java path, and edit that /etc Cloudera agent and configuration file, and here specify that cdh.master.local the server name, and you can start the service actually. Okay, service okay, start the service Cloudera agent service over here, Cloudera SEM agent on this server, and start, and chk config, run this, switch on this machine. Okay, you have to run this on node 1 as well, then enable this client on startup. Okay, now in here also we have to export that path default and Cloudera agent. Here write export java underscore home equal to the configuration file path over here, the java path. Now edit Cloudera configuration file and point to the server. cdh master dot local. Now start service Cloudera SCM agent start and SSH Key config and run this to on. So now we are ready with this configuration stuff, and we can go ahead and in the servers just try to access the Cloudera manager from here. We are able to get it, the configuration stuff, and you can just log in. Admin is the default username and password. From here you can configure the Cloudera manager services. Please follow us on social networking sites. If you have any technical related questions, you can ask